it isn't. And sometimes, see, people would rather be lied to in the world, okay, than they would rather hear the truth. And that's sometimes with my friend Ice Cube here. I'll tell you, man, this man rolls to his own beat. And I just had somebody send me this. Somebody down in Miami just sent me this. Go, Sills, I see you're having Ice Cube on. And Heath Freeman is a friend of mine. And he just purchased one of the teams that Ice Cube now has sold to an entrepreneur in Miami. And it looks like they're doing all of this around the country right now. Let's see if we can get one in Philly. And let's bring in our friend who always finds time for us. It is the legendary Ice Cube, owner of the BIG3. By the way, we're gonna kick a little Olympic ass today too, Cube. So we're gonna go after the Olympics a little bit today. But congratulations on Heath Freeman, man. You just sold yourself some another franchise down in South Florida, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, Heath is a great owner to have, you know, in the league, a team owner that's engaged, who can help the team. You know, he has a lot of different ways to help the team as far as media and you know, sponsors and things. You know, he just brings you know, a lot with him, and he's an engaged owner. You know, last thing we want is some guys who are not engaged, who don't love the game of basketball, love the 3-on-3 game. We don't want this to be somebody's toy. We want somebody to help us blow this league up. And Heath, you know, he actually added a little more money onto the pot. You know, we challenged the gold medalists in 3-on-3, the Netherlands team, their national team, to a little friendly in Boston on August 18th, and we put 150,000 up, and he added some more to that, so now it's up to 250,000. So we hope they accept the offer. We thank Heath for you know, just being involved. He knows this will help blow the sport up, and you know, we just, you know, we're lucky to have him.
How about this too, Cube? The growth of the league. You've carried the weight your entire self, and your team and your investors have carried the weight. Now you're seeing people want to get involved in it. I see there's other people that are buying certain teams. I think in Houston, you sold one as well. So
Yeah.
You're seeing more people coming to the table wanting to be involved. Is that the evolution just of sports growing in today's medium when you have streaming and all this other stuff now that's other vehicles? Because sports and entertainment have now become a major vehicle. You see Disney, what they're doing with their streaming services now. Is sports become a major vehicle for that? And that's maybe we're a place where the BIG3 fits.
Without a doubt, you know, sports is one of the last, you know, sit around the table, everybody gather in front of the TV events, and to have a sport that works. You know, a lot of people try, you know, a lot of people fail. A lot of people stood back to see if we were going to fail. And this thing just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And they realize, you know, they need to get in now while they're getting as good, you know. And so they don't want to be kicking themselves 4 or 5 years from now saying, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And it's great. You know, we've proven ourselves over these last 7 to 8 years that we are the premier top 3-on-3 league in the world. And so to me, it's you know, it's like we welcoming, you know, smart, innovative owners that can see around the corner, who understands the upside of the BIG3, and hopefully we can blow up, you know, 12 cities with our 12 teams, and then add, you know, 12 more one day.
Let me ask you this, Cube, when it comes to the Olympic Games. Were you happy that Team USA lost? Were you not happy that they lost? Was it a message that why the NBA has fought you in your league? Because, again, I'm not saying you're anti-American at all. And that's not what I'm doing here. I'm saying you're a little bit anti-arrogance of the NBA when it comes to that, because the arrogance, and I've talked to Adam Silver about you numerous times. I went to school with the dude, and I'm like, dude, the guy wants to work with you, man. I mean, Yeah, you're running his advertisers off, or you're trying to, and you're trying to do it, but he's growing. This is not going to go away. And look at your big three. You ended up just getting beat in the Olympics. How does a Team America get beat in that? And there you are with the best talented people in the world. I mean, what were your feelings off that?
Well, of course I wanted America to win. At the end of the day, when somebody tells you that they don't need your help, thank you, but no thank you, we got this, you want to kick back and see if they really got it. And I think not only me, but everybody watching was disappointed and know we can do better. I know we have better talent than was on display. And it's just a shame because of ego, pettiness, pride, whatever you call it, is stopping us from sending the very best to win the gold medal. And so, look, the Olympics will be in LA in 2028, and let's not make the same mistake. I think there's, hopefully there's an outcry that USA Basketball gives our athletes the same invitation that they give the NBA players to bring that gold where it belongs.
Man, LA 28, Ice Cube, Big 3, you're home. Dude, as Luther Campbell tells me, selling vinyl out of the back of your 6'4", and there you are sitting there at LA 28, and you got your Big 3 there. That'd be a crowning achievement, man. I know you've done so many things in your life, but to see your league helping out the NBA getting the best possible for 3-on-3 hoop for the Olympics, that would have to be one of your greatest crowning achievements.
Without a doubt, and I have no doubt that our guys will bring the gold home, which is really what it's all about. It's not about me. It's about dominating at the game of basketball like we know we should.
Absolutely. Cube, I gotta throw this at you too. Antonio Pierce, let's move over to some sports talk here. What's your take on him, man? I think he's a Long Beach kid, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's somewhere around that neck of the woods. Is he there?
It's Compton, California.
He's a Compton kid. Okay, so he's a Compton kid. And how about him running the Raiders there, man? I know you and I know that I'm friends with Amy Trask, and she loves to hire. What's your take on him?
I love it too because he's a player. It's not because he's from Compton, but it's the fact that he's a player who's won Super Bowls, intricate part of it, tough guy. Makes it all about, what you can do on the field, brings the energy and the attitude you need to be a head football coach in the National Football League and to be the Raiders coach. He know what it means to this area. Now it's a triangle of Oakland, Vegas, and LA. He knows what it means, and for him to understand that going into it, I don't think you could find a better person for the job.
I'm going to circle back here again with Big 3. I got to tell you what I love what you're doing. You're doing concerts at the city where you're having like your tournament on the weekend. The Big 3 people are working with me on it, and I repost. They're always talking to me about what you're doing. And of course, we're always going to support you. And you kind of make it like a festival.
Yeah.
Cube, it's kind of like there you are, like giving folks a great concert. I've been to those concerts too. They're off the chain. I was there at the Del Mar one a couple years back when you were in San Diego.
Yeah.
Now, hey, folks, just don't take this for anything, but shots were fired, man. We still stuck there, and we were there with Cube the whole way, man. Cube was on stage. I text him. He goes, man, you don't think I've heard that shit before at a concert, man? What do you think? I'm crazy? I'm still right here. But you make it really like a festival, and then you have the basketball event over the weekend. Is that kind of the sense of what you were shooting for and what you wanted to have with you performing and then having the event on the weekend?
Yeah, we always saw this as a mini all-star game, you know, rolling around the country. We got over 100 athletes. You probably know 65% of our athletes and our coaches, and we feel like we got star power. And so, you know, we envision BIG3 weekends and BIG3 weeks when it's time to go from city to city next year. And so, you know, it's really all about creating that vibe, that atmosphere. And if I can help do it in any way, shape, or form, that's what it's all about. You know, great entertainment, but hard-nosed, serious sports. And I think that's a combination that you can't miss with.
Couple last questions for you, Cube. Is there expansion on the horizon for BIG3? Are you looking to broaden it? Because I'll tell you what, I'd like to see a team roll around in Philly.
Yeah.
Like to get something in there, man. I mean, you know, we're good there. I mean, maybe someplace in the South, you know, besides Miami, maybe Tampa. I don't know, someplace, you know, around there. I mean, are we looking at expansion?
Of course. You know, we've sold, you know, 4 teams already. We want to sell the other 8. So, you know, it's a lot of cities that can be, you know, a lot of groups, a lot of, you know, guys who, you know, had dreams of owning a sports franchise. So there's hope for a lot of those cities you named. And then we do want to expand, going to 16 teams once we sell these 12, then going to 20, 24, and so on. So, you know, that'll be, you know, great days in the BIG3 if we can get there.
I'll tell you what, man, I'd like to see you start selling shares like the Packers do to people, where everybody could become an owner in a small way of a basketball team in a particular community, where you buy like a $1,000, $1,500 stock or something like that, where everybody in towns can be invested in that. Because I love what the Packer thing is up there. And when you see, and I told Rock this, I go, hey, when you sell some of those teams, you should sell it to the city, man, and open up to a stock and have some of the people buy into it. Might make them feel that way. Cube, I got to ask you this last one here. Dude, the visionary you are. I mean, here you are. Hey, Caitlin, here's $5 million. Okay. And now everybody's like this. Holy, wait a minute here. This is Larry Bird and Magic Johnson with Angel Reese and with Caitlin Clark. Yeah. How much and how disappointed were you that they weren't on the Olympic team? Because, Cube, as you knew, nobody's watching the women. And as talented, they've won 58 straight or 59 straight. They're super talented. But as you know, as a businessman, for 28 years, the WNBA was a cash loss for the NBA. Now you have cash cows in Angel Reese. And with Caitlin, you have Magic and Larry again. Yeah. They're just women. And did they miss an opportunity, in your opinion?
Well, you know, it depends on what's the ultimate goal. If the ultimate goal is to win a gold medal, then no. This team has been together
to make money, though.
Well, I think the ultimate goal for the Olympic committee and the Olympic team is to win the gold medal and let the chips fall where they may after that. So, you know, if this team goes on to win the gold medal, it's not a missed opportunity to me. Now, if they don't win it, then maybe, yeah, because now they could have at least promoted the sport. But, you know, they believe they got the squad that can win it, and there's no reason to disrupt that with rookies if you don't have to. And so I understand why they're not there. You know, me and my partner would have found a way to get them there because we think you can win the gold and blow the sport up at the same time. But maybe they didn't want to take that chance.
Cube, I want to sneak one last one in on here. I watched Straight Outta Compton the other day again, and it's so well done. And I remember you sitting on the couch with your wife in that scene, and then you were talking about how much you left on the table with that band and how much there was still left to be done. And because of the politics and the business of it, it kind of derailed that whole thing. It's kind of almost like the rap version of the Beatles in a way, because, you know, business got in the way of that group too. You know, I mean, people were fighting over rights and, you know, people writing songs who didn't get the credit for it. How disappointed do you look back on that and go like this? Damn, great opportunity. We helped start a new genre when it came to rap music, but we left so much behind that could have been still even greater than what we put out there. Is there a little bit of that, a little bit of regret that there was still something left there?
Just a little, but not a lot. Excuse me. Just a little, but not a lot. I'm pretty happy with the turn of events at the end of the day. I don't think I would be here if the band stayed together. I don't know if I'll be talking to you right now about sports. And so, you got to play with the cards you dealt and play to win. And that's what I did. And, I wouldn't change anything though, Dan, to be honest.
One last one here. This guy just asked here, Big Marshall, any chance of another Friday?
Of course. Definitely.
Dude, where are you off to next, man?
We're on our way to Nashville. We got the playoffs this Sunday. Check us out, CBS. And then the finals is in Boston, August 18th. Hopefully we can have that all-star game before our championship game with, us against the Netherlands. And so we'll see. Hopefully it goes down. We also got our celebrity game that day. So next 2 weeks, it's all about popping champagne at the end of it.
Gin and juice, baby. Hey, man, I'm a gin and juice, man. Hey, all good, man. I appreciate Cube. Keep knocking them down, man. Thank you so much for your friendship, man. It means a ton to me. And your great success continues so much, man. Thank you, Cube.
Salute, man. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it, man.
Always. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ice Cube, the legendary Ice Cube. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure you check it out. This guy kicks it ass when it comes to BIG3. He's done so much when it comes to building that brand. I mean, always, I talk to Amy Trask about him all the time. Al Davis loved him. I was personally hired by Al Davis, and he used to go like this, Sills, I'm friends with Cube. And I go, I know you are friends with Cube. So it was a long time. It was such a great thing to be hired by Al Davis, and that's kind of where my friendship started, was with Amy Trask and them. So we so appreciate it. Make sure you check out Ice Cube's BIG3 this weekend. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Keep it here, National Football Show.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
If you missed any of today's show on the JAKIB Media channel, listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.